Hi travelers of the internet, I'm Mac the Steampunk Queen. IRL, face to face. This is pretty new to you and me. I'm gonna shimmy you guys a little closer. How's that? Oh, that's so much better. For those of you who are new here, I am Mac the Steampunk Queen. Typically I am a cartoon, but today I am the animator. Today is the sketchbook tour that I promised you guys, and I'm kind of excited for it. Instead of just doing a kind of being mysterious, I just thought it would be easier doing it face to face. These two sketchbooks right here are the sketchbooks I'm working on right now, and I told you guys I'd do a sketchbook tour. First things first, this sketchbook right here. I've had it since my spring semester of my senior year of high school, 2023, so it's been about 3 years now. I just thought it would be fun to just give you guys a tour. I will have pictures right here in this area to kind of give you a visual of what you're looking at. Oh, first things first, we're gonna open this bad boy up. Right off the bat, you gotta know who it belongs to. This is the staple of where I am. I called myself Mac the Painter for some reason. Flip the page, got some stickers. Love me some stickers. I like to sticker everything. First off, this drawing right here, I'm gonna just criticize it from a point of view of improvement because I'm not a professional artist. I will say that my style has improved a lot. I really like the composition in this one. You might recognize the characters, Arthur and Elizabeth, but they're dancing on a balcony overlooking a city. It's a cute drawing. I definitely like the composition, definitely think I could have done better on the side profile, but hey, I was a senior in high school. I was still learning a lot, so credit to where is credit due. This next one. So for those of you who don't know, steampunk is a mixture of the Industrial Revolution here in America and the Victorian era in London. Two Londoners from London. Sorry, I gotta turn on my light. I just really admire Victorian fashion. Again, side profiles, still kind of new, still kind of drawing it. I do like the buildings. The buildings I definitely remember spending a lot of time on, so good stuff. Next page. Ooh, we got some of my OCs. So these characters I don't really have stories for because my first boyfriend and I came up with these characters, and unfortunately these guys I could not really continue on their story, mostly because I don't think I really could, but I definitely remember having a lot of fun coming up with their stories. You definitely can recognize the Steampunk Queen, but she is the only one in this picture that I'm able to like fully say that she is my character. Next page. Ooh, I also love Alice in Wonderland. Queen of Hearts is one of my favorite characters of all time. My art teacher, I'm gonna call him Mr. C. He had these really nice brush alcohol markers in class and he allowed us to use it. I was messing around with this and I came up with that. Looks good. Like it. Next page. Whoa. Sorry, this sketchbook's literally falling apart. This one was pretty cool. This one was a fun idea. I like the idea of a dark angel. I think I tried to show like the dimensions that she was walking through. I have no idea where she got inspired by. Sorry, gonna turn on the light. No idea where I got inspired by with this one, but looks good. It's like an angel of death, I think is what I was trying to go for. Next page. We are getting into the more interesting drawings. So remember that first boyfriend I was talking about? Yeah, that's supposed to be me and him. Part of my love language is drawing my loved ones in like the same aesthetic that I like, or aesthetics that I thought that they would really look good into. But yeah, that relationship didn't really last, so it's okay though. I like the composition. Again, Steampunk Queen still looks very different. Back in high school, I did draw myself a lot as the Steampunk Queen. I'm better about my self-confidence now than what I was. This was jazz band. I love big band swing. I love jazz. I actually have vinyls from the 1940s to present day. I like big band, and during this time, I definitely remember playing In the Mood. I was actually lead saxophone for that, so that was cool. Very good. Next page. Ooh, I definitely remember this one. This one was a fun one. I made this 2023, so I think I made this over spring break at my grandparents' house, and I colored it back when we came back. Again, I really like the composition. The colors are great. I think I would have gone with a less saturated blue for the dress. I like the little beaded drop of sweat. I definitely remember that being a detail I really liked when I first made this. I still like it today, so good job, past me. Ooh. Remember when I said I was a big fan of Percy Jackson? Yeah, I liked Greek mythology. We're really inspired by the story of Icarus. If you've ever heard of Icarus by Bastel. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like I said, this is a very cheap setup. I'm gonna just bear with me. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Icarus got really inspired by the story, and I think I did a really good job. Again, this is kind of before my stylization. The anatomy is kind of a little weird. His arm is... I don't think arms move like that. But really good job. I think I tried to draw the wax on the wings, but I gave up. I like the composition. Ooh, more characters. So I definitely remember these guys too. So I was a band kid, and we did state honor band, and we went to my home state's capital. I remember getting really bored listening to the other bands play. So my first boyfriend and I, we just came up with these characters, and it was a lot of fun. I definitely really like the dwarf. The dwarf is one of my favorites. I also like the siren. The siren's really cool too. Ooh, okay, so I have struggled with mental health throughout my middle school and high school years, and I definitely remember feeling a little trapped when I was in high school, would be a good way to put it. So I drew this, and then you kind of see the mask and the goggles resembling the steampunk queen, hence why I said I drew myself as the steampunk queen a lot. So that's why I drew that. Alright, so for those characters that I showed you a little earlier, I drew them in a science classroom. I really like the little posters. Those are so fun. Be realistic, don't fib for a clownfish. It was so fun. I definitely really like the colors and stuff like that. It definitely feels very alive. The only thing I think I would change is the background walls, because they kind of look the same. It could be the lighting. Good job. Next page. You guys might recognize this guy too. So this is one of the earlier styles of Sebastian Bonelli, my villain for the series that I'm writing. He does not have his infamous scar yet. I gave that to him, I think 2024, but these days, these spots. I really like the composition again. I like the painting in the background. That's really cool. Kind of looks like butterfly wings. The only thing I think I would change here is to not use so much gray. There's a lot of gray and dark going around. Listen, I'm not criticizing him or me. I'm just saying it could look a little better. So my first boyfriend, he was a huge Jurassic Park fan. We were creative people together. What were you expecting us to do? But he and I came up with like our own kind of Jurassic Park, and that's what this is. I made him ride a dinosaur. Can't remember what dinosaur this name is, but I really like the composition in this one too. It's very simple, but I like the ink. So fun fact about steampunk is the plague doctors. The plague doctors are actually pretty prevalent, so I drew myself a plague doctor. I also remember this being heavily inspired by Etalon. I think that's her name. She made a custom doll that was a plague doctor, and I really liked it so much, so I drew her. So if you guys are familiar with Miss Peregrine's Hope for Peculiar Children, I actually read the books before I watched the movies. I made my own character that would fit into this category. She makes drawings and she is able to bring them to life. So much fun. I like this. It's so much fun. So there are drawing challenges all over the internet. I'm sure you've heard of them. That's what this is. I do remember this. I don't really like how the wings look. I think I would have made them come so that way the hair is behind the wings and then the wings are in front of the hair. Other than that, it's cool. I remember this. So these are, again, the misadventures of the O'Connors. You're gonna find a lot of the O'Connors in here. But I made their own like playing cards, and I thought it was really cool. It has all of their names, nicknames. It's super cool. I remember this. So it was the last day of my senior year at school before I graduated, and I drew this because I was feeling pretty down and depressed, and one of my band kids wrote that in my sketchbook. It's forever immortalized. I love it. It's great. I like the composition again. Super cool, super awesome. Body language is actually really good in this, so 10 out of 10. 2024. Okay, so we're getting into the weirder mindset I had. 2024 was a really weird year for me. I was trying to get back into the sketchbook because that was all I had filled by that point, and I made the 50s because 50s fashion is something I'm hugely inspired by. Misadventures of the O'Connors. This is O'Connor Manor. I'm gonna be digitalizing this soon and fixing it so that way it's not terrible. I really like the composition in this one again. We'll be posting a video on that soon. It's a time lapse, so keep an eye out for that. So my mom, she helped me a lot with some of my inspiration. This was just one of those on-off things, and you can see the prompt up above, and you can see like the composition. Again, really cool. I like the detail. Edgar Allan Poe, a very famous poet. I just wanted to make a caricature of him, so now he's immortalized in my sketchbook. No notes. Next page. Oh, Jesus drawing. I like it. Next page. 10 out of 10. Let's see. So, end of last year, my ex broke up with me, and I was getting really close with my girlfriends. These are all my friends. I love them so much. I love them dearly. It's all of us sitting on one of my friends' couch, just kind of talking and chatting. So, yeah. Two sketches, and then this one was, again, around the time period my ex broke up with me, so I was feeling pretty sad. I like this one. It's really cool. First time I drew myself in the sketchbook, so I kind of like the hands. I think I got inspo from Pinterest. If I find the inspiration, I'll put it right there. Most of my inspo does come from Pinterest, but sometimes I do come up with it on my own. And sometimes it's AI, and I just want to redraw it because I'm petty. Ooh. So, remember me, so one of the friends that I was on that couple pages ago, the one with the really fluffy hair, she drew this in my sketchbook, and I'm keeping it forever. So, sue me. I drew this one again. It's supposed to be a detective and its dog, because it's super cute. I would love a dog one day. I would love a dog. Yeah, 11/18/2025. So, pretty recent. Oh, I remember this one too. These, I think I called it Through the Ages. And again, I find a lot of inspiration from different decades of fashion. And I love the 50s, but I also like 1910s and the 1920s. So, good stuff. I also like this one, again, kind of in the depressional breakup era. This is just supposed to be like symbolism of me just choosing my own path. Ooh, getting into the color stuff. So I made these two characters out on a whim, and it kind of looks messy, but I did that intentionally. And I really like how they just kind of mirror each other. Super fun. I like it. 10 out of 10. Ooh, okay, so I kind of have to go back for this one a little bit. So remember this one? I made it again in 2026. Super cute. I like the colors and the composition in this one. I think this one looks a lot better. And I learned a lot in my anatomy. Except for that hand. That hand is a little funky looking. Still working on hands. We're working on it. If you guys follow my Instagram account, you'll know. I'll put it right here. But this is a profile picture for the account. And I got this inspiration off of Pinterest. And I like it. It was like favorite song and then your OC. And my favorite song is Comics by Caravan Palace. I am a huge Caravan Palace lover. Okay. So you probably could tell from my shirt, but I love Lightning McQueen. So I drew him and his buddy Mater. I don't know why, Mater just gave me such fun vibes, and I like it so much. And I also kind of mimicked Lightning McQueen's handwriting to make it seem like it was a poster that he wrote to Mater. I also like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's pretty fun. I was just drawing this to practice like comic book style. Again, more Jesus art. This one I drew myself with him. I love Jesus. Big lover for Jesus. Ooh, so we're kind of getting into the more like sketchbooky vibes. I was just practicing different anatomy, and for some reason a hairy monster. And then I was also practicing like sisterhood. More of my friends. I drew my friends as Disney princesses, because I could. So that was fun. Ooh, this one was really nice too. She kind of looks like Elizabeth now that I'm looking at it again. But I like the idea of a ghost dancing with their loved one. I got inspiration off of Pinterest again, but the guy was still alive. Yeah. Ooh, this one was a fun one. So remember me showing you that drawing that one of my friends drew I know long ago? This is another one of Hirosi's, and then this is mine. That's Medusa. Medusa, and I can't remember Hirosi's name, but fun little composition together. Alright, animation study. I started getting into animation study. Just kind of figuring out how things move and stuff like that. I do my studies on physical, and then I do digital for fun. This video is kind of getting long now that I realize it, even if I'm going to edit it down. So I'm probably going to split it into two and do this one in a different video. So keep an eye out for that. This one I did just a couple days ago, and this is the steampunk city that I kind of dream about. I got a little bit of inspiration from Pinterest with the composition of overall, but the building facades are all completely made up by me. So that is that. Fun! So this is Arthur and Elizabeth again, and just kind of a scene from a season. I'm actually almost done with the first season of The Misadventures of the O'Connors, so that's super exciting. I think I'm gonna put this scene in the second season. So yay! This is a sketch that I did just a couple nights ago. It's not done yet, but it's just a cowboy. Alright, so that is all I have in the sketchbook. I might split this one up into a separate part because there ain't no way I'm forcing you guys to watch 40 minutes of footage. But this is how much I got left in the sketchbook. I'm hoping to finish this out soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe, like if you liked the video, and comment down below what your favorite drawing was so far. And just like always, make sure you stay safe out there on the internet. Until next time, Larry Travelers. Bye!